You can predict people's political beliefs if you know their temperament, and quite well. So if people are high in trait openness, which is creativity and interest in abstract ideas, roughly speaking, and low in conscientiousness, especially orderliness, you're going to be a liberal. You're going to lean to the left. You're going to be a liberal, but the politically correct types are different.
Right.
And if you're low in openness and high in conscientiousness, especially orderliness, you're going to be a conservative. And the relationship is actually quite tight. If you just look at how people vote, the relationship isn't that powerful. But if you do a detailed analysis of their beliefs, say conservative versus liberal, the amount of political belief that temperament accounts for goes way up.
Do you think people can change those factors about them? So if you're any of those personality types that you laid out and you really saw it, you know, someone's listening to you right this second at home and goes, yeah, I'm really, I'm one of these, this fits me, but I really do want to change my thinking. I want to be a little more open or a little more, you know, accessible to the human interaction or care more about art or just any of these. We can take it to as little degree as you want. Do you think people can really fundamentally alter that in adulthood?
You can practice. So the thing is, your personality isn't just this abstract thing you carry around with you that's like part of an ethereal spirit, you know, that you can just flip like that.
Right.
It's built into your body. So for example, if you're an orderly person, and say that's been there since you were a tiny person, you've built micro habits of orderliness into your world and into your body, because as you practice something, you build neural circuits that underpin that ability. And so by the time you're 30 and you're an orderly person, you've got 30 years of being an orderly person. It's like, now you might want to get the orderly person to relax a little bit, right? Because they're orderly. They want everything where it should be. They don't want the concepts touching. They want them separate. Or you take a disorderly person, you want them to be orderly. Well, you have to train them in some sense like you'd train a 2-year-old. You know, it's like, well, you have to clean up your room. Well, I don't know how to do that. Well, then you decompose it even further. Maybe, I'm speaking as a behavior therapist. You're a mess. Let's start by ordering your world a little bit. Try making your bed every day for a week. That's it. That's what you have to do this week. And you know, you think, well, anybody could do that. It's like, no, they can't. I had a client at one point. He was very disorderly. He had a dream. He just had a child. And he dreamt that a lightning bolt came into the room and was bouncing around the room. And we talked over that a bit. And it turned out that he was afraid of the potential of the child. He was afraid he would be a bad, and that's what the ball of lightning essentially represented, this immense potential that the child represented. It was an archetypal dream. And he was afraid that he wouldn't be a good father. And he had reason to be afraid that he wouldn't be a good father. He's a very disorderly person and also working against himself. We agreed that he would vacuum, I believe it was his bedroom, twice for the week. And he came back the first week and he said that he put the vacuum cleaner, was one of those uprights, in his doorway, you know, like, so it was leaning against the door jamb. And he stepped over it all week to get back and forth into his room and never vacuumed. Yeah, wow. No kidding. Wow. Absolutely. And so you can change your personality, but you have to understand that it's like I said, it's not an ethereal spirit. If you want to be more open, you could start reading more books, but that's hard, and you probably won't do it. You could start listening to a broader variety of music. You could expose yourself to art museums, but you also don't have the knack for it, right? So it doesn't glimmer for you. And if you're an introvert, you can learn extroverted skills, but the probability that's going to make you extroverted is very low. You're still going to be tired out when you interact with people too much, whereas an extrovert is energized by social interaction.